समाजवादी पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष माननीय अखिलेश यादव जी और समाजवादी पार्टी पूरी तरह से विपक्ष के साथ में है। जिस तरह से संसद के अंदर मार्शल लगाकर, पुलिस लगा करके भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने ये कृत्य किया, उसकी हम निंदा करते हैं। उत्तर प्रदेश में जिस तरह से महिलाओं के साथ पंचायत के चुनाव में चीरहरण हुआ है, उसी तरह संसद के अंदर हमारी महिला सांसदों को धक्का मुक्की की गई और प्राइवेट पुलिस लगा करके जो है ये लोकतंत्र की हत्या करने का काम किया गया है। विपक्ष पूरा चाहता था कि पेगासस पे चर्चा हो, किसान बिल पे चर्चा हो, महंगाई पे चर्चा हो, तो लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी महज 2 बड़े उद्योगपतियों को पूरे देश को बेचना चाहती है। क्योंकि ये देश ये केवल भारतीय जनता पार्टी का नहीं है, 135 करोड़ देशवासियों का है। इसलिए पूरे देश के सभी सांसदों की जिम्मेदारी है, विपक्ष की जिम्मेदारी है कि देश को बचाने की जिम्मेदारी है। तो समाजवादी पार्टी पूरी तरह से विपक्ष के साथ में है। हम लोग चाहते हैं कि इसकी चर्चा हो, पर लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी लोकतंत्र की हत्या कर रही है और जिस तरह से वहाँ कृत्य कर रही है वो हम तो 30 साल की हमारी भी राजनीति है। हम लोग विधानसभा में रहे, लोकसभा में रहे और राज्यसभा में दूसरी बार है। आज तक ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ जिस तरह से कल महिलाओं के साथ, हमारे सांसदों के साथ हुआ। हमारे अधिकारों का हनन हो रहा है। जनता हमको चुनकर भेजती है और हम लोग वहाँ बोल नहीं सकते हैं। गैर कानूनी बिल, इंश्योरेंस बिल जैसे पास किए जा रहे हैं अडानी अंबानी को बेचने के लिए, सारा देश प्राइवेटाइजेशन हो रहा है, बेचा जा रहा है। तो हम लोग उसकी निंदा करते हैं और मांग करते हैं, राष्ट्रपति से मांग करते हैं कि केंद्र सरकार को बर्खास्त किया जाए और राष्ट्र शासन लगाया जाए, चुनाव कराया जाए। धन्यवाद।
आरजेडी मनोज।
शुक्रिया साथियों, लगभग हमारे सारे साथीगण बोल चुके हैं। राहुल जी के साथ लगभग पूरा विपक्ष। हम यहाँ क्यों आए? हम सिर्फ आपके माध्यम से, चूंकि संसद में हमें बोलने नहीं दिया गया। संसद चर्चा की चीज है, विमर्श का चीज है। हम पड़ोसी मुल्कों के बारे में मार्शल लॉ सुनते थे। कल हमने अपनी आंखों से मार्शल लॉ जैसी परिस्थितियां संसद के अंदर देखी। इंश्योरेंस बिल पार्लियामेंट ने पास नहीं किया, मार्शल लॉ ने पास किया है। उसी तरह जैसे कृषि कानून, संसद में हम बेरोजगारी का मुद्दा उठाना चाहते थे, हम महंगाई का मुद्दा उठाना चाहते थे, हम काले कानूनों, किसान कानूनों की वापसी चाहते थे, हम पेगासस पर चर्चा चाहते थे। और इन सारी चर्चाओं में देश की सत्ता प्रतिष्ठान का अहंकार और गुरूर सामने आ रहा था। इसलिए राष्ट्रीय जनता दल की ओर से हमारा मानना है कि जब संसद को आवारा बना दिया जाए, लोहिया जी कहते थे, तो सड़कों को रोशन करना होगा। ये शुरुआत है सड़कों को रोशन करने की और यकीन दिलाते हैं इस अहंकार का प्रतिकार जनता करेगी, क्योंकि वो इनके नियंत्रण में अब कतई नहीं है। जय हिंद।
My dear friends, colleagues in the parliament and media persons, on behalf of IUMN, I once again express our solidarity with this fighting mass of India. It need not say, because we all know that the attitude taken by the government in both the house. Yesterday, you know what happened in the Rajya Sabha. They manhandled the people representatives. It is shame for the nation. So we totally condemn that kind of attitude. Number 2, on all other matters, or the bills, we were taking a positive line, and the government was at the same time, government was taking a totally negative side. Anyhow, now the session is over, but the government need not think that this agitation will end. We will do it throughout India and expand the scope of agitation till we see the success. With these few words, I conclude. Thank you very much.
Dear friends, in Modi's Atmanirbhar Bharat, there is no space for the MPs even to raise their voice. In his Atmanirbhar Bharat, the voice of the workers, of the peasants, of the students, of the Dalits, of Adivasis, of the bank employees, of the LIC employees, all are ignored and forgotten. Yesterday they made the parliament a military barrack, and we are sure that in this way this country cannot go forward. As Rahulji told here, we represent the people, 60% of them, and let the government believe that those people are not going to be on their knees. We will fight and we will win. With this faith, we come out. Parliament is not the only
Okay, so that's the opposition show of unity. We heard from various opposition leaders. They're saying, yes, the parliament session has finished, but we'll continue to raise our voices because our voices within the walls of the parliament have been muzzled. Arunama is now back with us. So, Arunama, it looks like, at least optically, a very, joined opposition talking in one voice. And their narrative seems to be very clear as we build up to elections that are up in 2022 and then 2024 as well.
So look at the image that the opposition is sent. Look at the image that the opposition wants conveyed to the drawing rooms across the country. Right in front of the Parliament House, all these vehicles which are standing, these are vehicles of the opposition leaders which had to be parked here. Then there's khaki. There's khaki till the point that you can see these are Delhi police men who have been asked, who are deployed in ordinary circumstances also when Parliament is in session. But even when the session is over, the men extra security had to be deployed. And then on that corner, right in front of the media stand at Vijay Chowk, you can see the crowd of opposition leaders there. One by one, they're coming to the podium and making the same point that this Parliament session was a sham because government did not allow them to raise their voices. There was martial law, they are alleging, because marshals were called in. They're alleging once again that the women MPs were manhandled by these marshals, essentially saying this is death of democracy. This is the message that opposition wants conveyed. The government has questioned their decorum, their behavior on the floor of the House. There are visuals which have been seen of MPs standing on top of tables inside Rajya Sabha, throwing the rule book, tearing papers. That's what the entire session has been. But now opposition is trying to convey this message that it is government which is responsible, it is government which is muzzling the voice of opposition and stopping them from raising issues which are important to public, like RJD's Manoj Jha said, issues like price rise, issues like the COVID crisis. These were things that they wanted to raise and they were muzzled. That's the message opposition wants conveyed.
Arunama, I'll request you to stay on with us. Pallavi is also now joining us. Pallavi, you've been talking to a lot of these opposition leaders who are protesting. What's the consensus and what's the word that's coming out?
Some very strong words coming in, and I don't know how much that's going to be really acceptable then to the BJP and the government. For example, when I just spoke to Mr. Sanjay Raut, and we're going to play that out in a bit, he actually said he felt he was like in Pakistan. That's what he said. He says that last night there seemed a complete martial law where marshals are being brought in. We are members of parliament, and it seemed as I was in Pakistan. A very controversial comment certainly coming in from him, but that certainly seems to be setting the agenda. I also did ask him that now that the parliament session is over, will that opposition unity last? So he just turns around to show the opposition leaders over here to make the point that yes, this unity is going to last, but that's going to be a challenge. But immediately the information also which comes in at 12:15 is the appointment with the Rajya Sabha chairperson, Venkaiah Naidu. They are going to make the same points which they have been consistently since last night: manhandling of women MPs, complete crushing of democracy, muzzling of the voices of the opposition, and therefore something needs to be done. On the other hand, the government making the point that a committee needs to be set up, and this committee must look into and identify the errant MPs, and the strongest action needs to be taken against them.
And Pallavi, this is what I was discussing with Arunama also, that optically this is the kind of visuals that the opposition